Welcome to Creative Intuition Tarot. My name is MJ and this is the October Shadows reading. So a reading where we are looking into the gloomy vibes that we may be prone to in the particular month. So in this case, October 2021. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. There are always some universal low frequency vibes that can impact our mood, our circumstances, just like the weather. So in this reading we are doing some kind of an energy forecast so that we know how to prepare for that energetical weather, so that we can still make the best of it, navigate through it well, and perhaps even turn it into our favor. And the card that showed up as I was shuffling, and I was going to say the first card represents the key gloomy vibe. For October we have the devil. Okay, so the gloomiest energy from the whole tarot deck. Let's pull two clarifying cards so that we can get all the details. I really like the devil card in this particular deck. I will tell you why in a second. Let me just find the right card. Obviously it's because of this kitten, even though I am not a cat person, but it's just so sweet, right? Little kittens playing with this mask. What it always tells me is that something that we perceive as a threat, something of that toxic devilish energy that we are afraid of, can actually be a little kitty that is playing with an evil mask. So something that is a huge threat, causes huge fear, is in fact something really, well, I don't want to say insignificant because it would mean that the kitty is insignificant, but something that is really irrelevant to your situation, that is of no negative impact or very little impact. So this is the gloomy vibe in October, is projecting fears to be bigger than they really are, projecting threats bigger than they really are, projecting challenges and obstacles, our own demons, our anxieties, perhaps our addictions, any kind of attachments, codependencies, perceiving as them bigger than they really are, perhaps to justify why we are stuck in them. Because the moment we admit that they are irrelevant, we admit that it's easy to let go of this. So if we then not let go, we fail in the eyes of everyone, okay, if this is something we share with others. So we perhaps try to justify why we are stuck on certain thinking patterns, habits, behaviors towards our physical body as well, those addictions that I said, or any kind of, any stuff that we put into our bodies, including how much we sleep, how we take care of ourselves, what energy we surround ourselves with. It's like anything that we are stuck in that is not serving us, that we can easily let go of, but for some reason we don't want to. So we justify how hard it is to get out of this place, even though we know it's just something small that we could easily tackle. Why? Maybe because we are already comfortable there. Obviously, if it's any kind of addictions, then it may be a little harder to let go. It may not be that easy. If it's like physical addiction to any kind of substance. So maybe we are comfortable there, maybe we want to stay. Any other reasons that we may be comfortable in this gloomy vibe? Because at least this is something familiar already, that we know how to operate in this in this energy, so we are afraid to let go of it because we don't know what awaits us. Like, we are afraid that there's something worse than this, so we prefer to stay in that better worse. Does that make sense? Rather to go towards something that may be even worse. Okay, sorry if that didn't make sense, but I hope you got the point. And then we have the Three of Swords. This is really a challenging energy. Like, this gloomy vibe in October is, if it gets us, it's really heavy. It's better to protect ourselves from it rather than try to get rid of it. The Three of Swords, so something that causes really big pain, and it doesn't have to be heartbreak related to any kind of romantic partnership. Anything that causes severe pain to our mind, body and soul. It may also be the deepest fear of this pain. It doesn't have to be something that actually is happening. It's just the fear of this, the nightmare of this, of the possibility that this can come. And that may be the devil being stuck on projecting things, projecting our nightmares. I don't think this is related to an actual heartache of any kind happening in October. It's a projection of fear of this happening. The Ace of Coins. I don't think this is the part of gloomy energy. I just cannot get that vibe out of this card. It's too positive. Especially with that white dove that is holding the key. It's like peace is the key. Peace is the key to tackle this, primarily to protect ourselves from this. Only peace will save us. And we have it, right? It's right on our hand. So it's almost palpable. It's something in the reach of our hands. The solution to any kind of toxicity is very close. It's at the reach of our hands, or we already have it. The key is in our hands. The key will always be different for everyone. But in general, it's something that symbolizes and carries peace with it. And you know, this is a new beginning, and this is also the Ace of Coins, the seed that we can plant. And it can bring long-term result, harvest. It's like starting something that we want to be long-lasting, or almost like our lifetime creation of any kind. It can be like business, relationship, any kind of new opening in our life that we consciously commit to building. We plant the seed. So tuning into that peace that is just at the reach of our hands is the key to planting that seed. It will only be possible if we use the right key. But this also means that the long-term result, or should I say, the result will be long-term, long-lasting. So that's like getting rid of this toxicity will also be perhaps even a forever result. It's like if we do it once, but properly, we can start a new phase that is peaceful, and this is going into the past forever, or until we hand over the key to this energy, because we hold the key. Kick this out the door, close the door, lock the key. And that's it. Just keep it outside. Be unavailable to negativity. Okay, this is already a complete reading, but let's just put two colorful cards on top of those gloomy vibes. What do we have? We have the Muse of Emotions, that is the King of Cups, the therapist of the tarot deck. He comes to calm down the gloomy vibes. Emotional maturity, stability, sanity, diplomacy, absolute control of his emotions. Quick therapy. He showed up immediately. Anything else? Four of Voices. Only peace can save us. This is the time of taking a step back, taking a rest, being absolutely chilled out. This is outside of your door. Key is locked. You're just chilling out in the bath. Just not almost, it says just don't react to this. Even if it comes, if it just slides through your mind or your soul, any kind of that low frequency energy, just chill out. Go take a bath. Muse of Voices, the King of Swords. Two kings. There's maturity and there's authority. Just a reminder that we are always in our power. We rule our kingdoms, our lives, our bodies, our minds, bodies and souls. Okay, the King of Swords is about following our truth, being rational, logical. This is the brilliant mind power. With the Four of Swords here, it really says be very logical. Two kings on two sides, so it's like be very, very balanced between your emotions, your heart and your mind. You need to have those two in tune. But I feel that the visionary mind should prevail if making any choices. Because the mind is highlighted, or the mind space is highlighted as the one that needs rest, primarily with the Four of Swords. Strength at the bottom of the deck, so let's just close it off here. Trusting your instincts, choosing your battles. This is choosing your battles. Do you want to fight this? Nah, just keep it outside the door. This is also being physically strength and feeling good, being healthy. This is taking care of yourself, right? Including relaxing baths or maybe warming up. It's the fall season, depending where you are. So, you got all the resources, we got all the resources to go through this completely undisturbed, because at the end of the day, these are only projections and the fears are only little kittens playing with an evil mask. Okay, perhaps you can actually catch the kitten if you wish, and get a friend out of this situation, because you are the lion and this is just a little kitty. Okay, I'll leave it there. I hope that you enjoyed. Obviously, I hope you will not have to deal with this and that you will stay in this vibe, in absolute power, authority, strength, two kings. I mean, we got this. If we just go through October like absolutely chilled out, resting, taking care of ourselves. So have a good time in October. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. If you did, consider liking, subscribing. I hope to see you in my upcoming readings, and until then, please take care of yourself.